A woman just drank a drink given by a stranger. The next day, her body changed in a strange way. The veins on her abdomen are clearly visible. The toilet bowl was full of blood after using the toilet. Samantha was so scared that she rushed to the hospital for an examination. The doctor asked her if she had any special experiences recently, but she couldn't remember. She only remembers drinking a drink given by a man, and then she was taken to the car by him. But the strange thing was that Samantha's body was fine. Only her heart rate was a little slow. Everything else was normal, but when she was having dinner with her best friend, she asked her what had happened to her eyes. Samantha panicked and went to the mirror to take a look. She found that her left eye was covered with blood. She was totally panicked. Then her best friend came to reassure her. She probably had pink eye and told her not to be nervous. But only Samantha herself knew it wasn't that simple. Sure enough, when she got home, Samantha, who was brushing her teeth, felt something wrong again. She spits it out. She found the toothpaste was mixed with blood. Then she broke it with her hand, and a tooth fell out without her knowing it. She was shocked. She just threw her teeth into the water bowl. Suddenly, her stomach felt very uncomfortable, and then a mouthful of blood came out. She was afraid that her mother would find out. She rushed to clean the basin. Late into the night, she suddenly opened her eyes. She covered her mouth with her hand, rushed to the bathroom, and started vomiting blood. At that moment, her mother heard the commotion and came over. She asked her what was wrong. In the face of her mother's concern, she still insisted that she was fine. Her mother had no choice but to leave. On the third day, Samantha woke up from the toilet. Her other eye turned red. There was something growing in the corner of her mouth. Samantha got up with difficulty and closed the door. Then he started to clean the toilet, but when she went to the mirror to see, what the fuck? Then Samantha gets ready to take a shower. She unscrewed the valve, which is obviously hot water, but she did not feel anything. She asked her mother if she had used up all the hot water. When her mother came into the bathroom and found it steaming hot, Samantha stretched her arm into the 100-degree boiling water. Her mother saw this and rushed to pull her away, but her hand was fine. Her mother thought it was a prank. Samantha kept her head down. She didn't dare to let her mother see her, but when her mother left, she lifted her head and revealed her horrible red eyes. Samantha was bathing under boiling water. The black veins in her abdomen were spreading. A large handful of hair fell into the tub. She didn't notice either. After the bath, she was ready to go out, but her mother noticed that she had lost a lot of hair. Samantha touched the back of her head and felt it was bare. She rushed to the mirror to take a closer look. Her mother's questioning and strange encounters have made her extremely irritable. She put on her hat and left for work, but the next thing she knew, the situation was getting worse. While at work, she noticed that her nails had turned black. She gently broke them with her hand. The nails came off directly, but she did not feel any pain. In the midst of her panic, Samantha noticed that her other nails had already fallen off. As she was looking for them in a panic, there was a sudden scream outside. She went outside to see. It turned out that a customer had eaten her nails. Samantha had no choice but to go to the hospital again. The doctor was shocked to see her face. After only one day, she looked like this. The doctor guessed that she was infected with some kind of virus. Without knowing the source of the infection, they had to wait for the blood test results to be confirmed. Just in case, the doctor also told her to avoid contact with other people. Samantha then went to her best friend's house. She wanted to find the man who gave her the drink, but friends don't know him either, and she didn't know where he was. Samantha took off her glasses. The girlfriend was shocked when she saw her. She suggested that Samantha call the police first, but Samantha refused. After all, it wasn't something to be proud of. After leaving, Samantha went to the bar alone, but while she was drinking, she vaguely saw a familiar figure. It seemed to be the man from the party. He took a woman with him and left. Samantha cautiously followed him out, but as soon as she stepped out the door, the man disappeared. She thought she was hallucinating. When she got home, Samantha was going to take her flower arrangement to the competition, but her mother stopped her. Her mother called a doctor to the house. She wanted to check Samantha's health. She was also asked to take off her glasses to take a look. At this point, Samantha seemed very resistant. She doesn't want anyone to see her face. Her temper became extremely hot. She took off her glasses in anger. Her horrible appearance scared both of them. The doctor even opened the door and left. Samantha came to a building. This is the place where the flower arrangement competition is held. She had been preparing for this competition for 2.5 months. The man at the front desk asked Samantha to show her ID to confirm her information, found out that she did receive an invitation to the competition, but this woman's flowers were already wilted, and there was something wrong with her appearance and behavior. Looking at the beautiful appearance of the ID card, the man felt that the woman was hiding something, so he told her to take off her glasses. Samantha had no choice but to take off her glasses. By now, her sickly appearance had extended to her face. Her eyes had turned red and white. The man's face was filled with horror. The man flatly rejected Samantha on the grounds that her flower arrangement did not meet the requirements. 2.5 months of hard work had been wasted. Samantha was so angry that she smashed the flowers on the table. With nowhere else to go, she went to a friend's house. She was just looking for comfort, but when she saw Samantha's face, her girlfriend is afraid to let her in. In anger, Samantha broke into the door. This caused the woman to fall to the floor. The changes in her body and her best friend's distance from her caused her to gradually lose her mind. She stepped forward and grabbed her friend by the neck. She was a different person by now. She didn't let go until her friend stopped breathing. Samantha didn't know what had happened to her. She drove to another one's friend's house and told her she was scared. She wanted her to talk to her, but seeing Samantha's face, she was even more scared. She ran to the kitchen and grabbed a sharp knife to keep Samantha away. This action is definitely adding fuel to the fire. Once again, she pounced on her best friend, one bite on her neck. Then she opened her closet and changed into her friend's clothes. She didn't know who to go to now. Take out the phone and call the man who has a crush on her and arrange to meet him here. She used her friend's makeup to cover up the black veins on her face and the rotten flesh at the corners of her mouth, to make herself look less bad. It didn't take long for the man to arrive as promised. Looking at this woman who usually avoided her, he was filled with misgivings. The dimly lit room prevented him from seeing Samantha's face, so he didn't notice anything unusual. Suddenly, a pile of bloody maggots fell on the floor. The man saw very uncomfortable and ran to the bathroom until he found the woman's body in the bathroom. And by this time, Samantha had driven outside. She was desperate and helpless, crying. She called her mother, told her mother she wanted to go home. The mother heard her daughter's breakdown and told her not to drive. She came to pick her up right away, but Samantha couldn't hold on anymore. Images of her mother and her best friend's tragic death kept flashing in her mind. Her consciousness gradually blurred until she passed out. The out-of-control car was going faster and faster. Eventually, there was an accident. By the time Samantha woke up, had completely mutated. She staggered out of the car. She started attacking other people. Now she was a bloodthirsty zombie. When she saw her mother coming, he pounced on her with his teeth bared. And that's the end of the movie. There are no shocking scenes of a zombie chase in this movie. Only the slow mutation process of a person infected with the virus, from the fear caused by the change of body at the beginning, and then the despair of her friends leading one after another, until the last completely turned into a walking corpse. So don't drink drinks from unknown sources. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel. Thanks for watching.